You're qualified. Your application got you through to interview. So why do many NHS candidates fail at the interview stage? Today I'll show you the interview mistakes that quite often cost people jobs, and obviously how to avoid them. So if we haven't met before, my name is George. I'm a senior NHS hospital pharmacist in the UK, and I've sat on and supported interview panels across multiple hospitals, multiple bandings, and multiple specialities. I also have been coaching healthcare professionals through job application and NHS interviews through one-to-one training to help people succeed. Interviews and job applications are a skill, and skills can be learnt. The objective of this video is to help you understand what NHS interview panels are looking for, what they are actually assessing, so that you can give answers that are clear, structured, and score highly, proving you are the best candidate for the role, not just a well-intentioned pharmacist. But a quick note before we start: if you've got an NHS interview coming up and want some personalised feedback and coaching, I've linked a few resources below. So there's my one-to-one training coaching call, and there's also an NHS Mastery ebook that I put together to make sure that you are interview ready. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Tip 1. Understand what the panel are asking and what they are actually assessing. An NHS interview is not a personality test. It's not about sounding impressive. At the bottom line, it's a risk reduction exercise. Panels are assessing three things. Safety. Can you practice with competence? Are you reliable? Will you turn up? Will you follow processes? Will you escalate appropriately and when needed? Fit. Do you fit with our values? Do you align with the team? Do you align with the organisation? When you answer these questions, make sure you explicitly show why you fit this role, your clear, safe decision-making process, and the impacts that you've had in the past on patients, the service, the hospital, the organisation. And as always, with every interview answer, provide evidence to back up your statement. Tip number 2, the personal specification and job description become the mark scheme. By using the job description and the personal specification as a mark scheme, you can ensure that you portray the perfect candidate that they are looking for. So before the interview, highlight every essential criteria. Write one strong example per criteria, and then add on to that example the contribution that you made and how you'll continue this into the role that you're applying for. For instance, if the criteria mentions leadership, get an example that shows influence, accountability, and any other leadership qualities that you possess. If you see governance, talk around policies, around audits, around risk awareness, maybe improving a service. If you see MDT working, this is your time to bring in communication, collaboration examples. If it's written in the job description, if it's written in the personal specification, it's fair game to be questioned upon. They are looking for that candidate. Tip number 3, structuring your answers to make them easily scoreable. Panels are scoring multiple candidates each day and often back to back. Your job is to make life easy for them. And you can do this by using a structured approach in your answers. I always go on about this, but the STAR method is something that I always portray because it's really simple and easy to remember. So situation, brief context. Task, what were you responsible for? Action, what you actually did. Result, what was the outcome? And then adding in the final R of reflection to make sure that you're reflecting, and then portray it forward into the role. Why is it relevant? Strong reflection and relevance to the role often separates candidates from appointable to first reserves. Tip number 4, you demonstrate an insight into the trust and service. Generic answers lose marks. Strong candidates not just know the trust values, they embody them, they provide examples, they understand the service that they are joining, and they acknowledge current realities. That could be pressures, that could be practices, that could be what's going on in the news. And the key here is that those strong candidates then link it back to patient safety, service improvement, team working in a specific setting. You don't need to memorize data, you just need to show awareness and relevance to the role that you're applying for and how you can impact that. Tip number 5, show safe, professional, efficient decision making. Panels are listening to how you handle uncertainty. We will all be put in a position in our careers, no matter how senior you are, when you do not know the answer. They want to hear the use of guidelines, policies, any other resources to hand. Recognition of your own limits, show good self-reflection, and willingness to escalate and seek help when appropriate. Phrases like, I would check local guidance, I would discuss with a senior colleague, I would document and follow up. These all signal safe, dependable practice, and obviously embellish those answers with examples of where you've done them. Tip number 6, prepare for probing and follow-up questions. Now this is where one-to-one coaching calls can really help, because they can really probe and push you to embellish your answers and really think about them. And follow-up questions aren't a bad sign. They're an opportunity for you to score that little bit higher. Panels may probe, but not always. So really making sure your answers are full and complete is a priority prior to interview. But they may probe if your answer is not necessarily clear. The outcomes that you mentioned may be of alarm or unmeasurable, or maybe the reflection in your answer is missing. So common follow-ups might include, what would you do differently? What was your personal contribution in this example? If you prepare in advance to seek out any gaps in your answers, obviously you can then go and update your answers to be more complete, and just be ready. Again, one-to-one coaching calls are great for this, and I've linked mine below. Tip number 7, and my final tip in this video: ask questions at the end, as it shows maturity and desire to work here. Your questions at the end to the panel matter more than people realize. Avoid pay, annual leave, and simple voter questions at this stage, unless the voter is fundamental to you taking the role. Also avoid things that you should already know if you're applying for this role. If it's in the personal specification and the job description, I would leave it out. Instead, ask about things that you don't have information on, or that show that you are thinking on the level that you are starting the job tomorrow. I.e., it could be, is there parking on site? As this shows how you're going to get to work. You can also talk around, what would success look like in this role? What support and development is there for me? And any service priorities that you see on the horizon. This shows long-term thinking and commitment to the role. So that's all for this video. If you want structured and personalized help in preparing for your NHS interview, I offer one-to-one coaching calls where we can personalize it to your needs, refine your answers, simulate an interview, and focus on how you can improve so you can be the best candidate that you can be at interview. The link for that is below in the description. Alongside this, I've also created an NHS Mastery ebook. It is more dedicated to pharmacists, so any other healthcare professionals watching this, the personalised coaching call might be for you. But it's a step-by-step resource covering common questions, model answers, and how scoring occurs at interview. Both of those are linked below. So in conclusion, NHS interviews reward preparation, clarity, and insight, not luck. They are a skill, and skills can be learned. So that's all for me today. If this video is helpful, like and subscribe, and comment below with the role or band you're applying for, so I can tailor future videos around them to be more impactful for you. Best of luck with your interview, and I'll catch you in the next video.